I come from a very large family. My mom has a bunch of siblings and so does my dad. The way of life for us was always, you get married and you have a bunch of kids.
Before you get married, people are like, so when are you guys gonna get married? And and then you get married and people are like, so when you having kids? It was kind of a game, like our family would ask us, like, so when you having kids? And just be patient, And I think that the tone of it maybe shifted a little bit. We had gotten pregnant about 6 months into our journey and miscarried. And that was a really hard wake-up call for us. All the emotions that kind of come along with that, trying to navigate understanding God's plan for us in that time. We were frustrated in that season of, why isn't this happening? You start to question everything you're doing, all the things. And so people, you keep asking you and you want something so bad. You desire to have a family so bad, which is a good desire.
Once we started having a little bit softer hearts and we started changing our prayers, tried tuning things over a little bit, like, God, show us where you're moving in this storm.
We understand that it's not our time and it's in your plan, and God's plan is far greater than anything that we could ever even imagine for our marriage and our future family. But we didn't know how to navigate it at first, and it took us a while to figure it out, but through it, our prayer life has been better than it ever has been. We've tried to surround ourselves with community and people that can support us. We would not be where we are today without our small group.
We've just leaned on the gospel truth so much during this time, and Jesus is where all joy comes from.
Just choosing joy in the suffering. One verse that I've been kind of memorizing throughout this journey is Romans 5:3-5, and it says, we rejoice in our sufferings because suffering produces endurance, endurance produces character, and character produces hope. And I think that's something that we've learned, knowing that the Lord will sustain you, and just asking for grace for that day.
Actually having to pull and live that way, actually trusting in Him day to day.
Our marriage is stronger now because of the trials that we've gone through in this season of waiting and the storm, and I don't know how we would go through this journey if we didn't have the Lord in the center of it. And so we've really just leaned into Him and focused on His word.
And how do we glorify you, Lord, in this season? Of course, it's easy to pray, Lord, take us out of the season, Lord, take us out of the storm. But thank you for having us in this season. Thank you for the growth that you have given us through this, and just thank you for where you're growing us. And that's the harder part, I think. Being in the storm, but just constantly seeking out where God is moving in that storm with you.